Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of A Dicey Experience. My name is Jason Sketch, and I will be your DM for this evening. Tonight, at this wonderful round table, we have some amazing players here to play with us. They are all super excited from all over the country to come play D&D. It is good time. With me tonight, I have long-eared friend. Long-eared friend, tell me more about yourself.
Hi, I'm John. I'm the All-American Boy. And I play John Lafayette, who's a Harengon Rogue Ranger. And he's got another friend called Nameless, who tags along too sometimes. And I'm just glad to be here. Yippee!
The dice is good. Your dice ready to roll.
What? I'm sorry, I don't understand communism.
Very good, very good. We'll pass off to the dead man on the other side of the table. Hello, Mr. Deadman.
Hi, it's good to be here with you this evening. This here's Mean Green, and I'm here playing Clark Coldwater, the reborn warlock, Kraken warlock, and yeah, I just love to see you here this evening, and from me and my wife Nancy, and it's just wonderful to be here with you this evening. God bless America.
Did not know we had president with us today. This is good. This is good. Very good. And next to you have Turtle Man. He looked very upset.
Turtle Man always upset. Turtle Man not like it here.
No, why you not like your stay, Mr. Turtle Man? You don't want to play Dungeons and Dragons?
There's too many dungeons, too many dragons. All Turtle Man wants to do is sleep.
Who you be playing tonight?
Turtle Man be crew. Warlock. Yeah.
Very good. One-handed turtle. Very good. Very exciting. You pat your friend on the back and wake him up there with the cook hat on?
Yeah.
This is Meerkat. I'm playing Lucas Fenware, and I'm just here to have a good time.
That did not just come out of your mouth. Holy crap, I didn't know you could make that. Voices like that. That is incredible. Holy smokes. Blew me away. Wow. Well, players, y'all excited for tonight? It should be a good time.
Yeah. These are the voices we have to use for the
absolutely.
rest of this session.
Yeah.
Yay!
I don't know if
I can't be a little boy all night.
I know it comes through in my voice. I'm very, very excited to be here.
Good, wonderful. You wanna tell us what happened last time?
Yes. Can we drop the Ronald Reagan voice, or does Ronald Reagan need to tell us what happened last time?
It is up to you, man.
All right.
I'm excited to the soothing sounds of Ronald Reagan.
He's up on the vocal cords. So if memory serves me correctly, we realized we needed to go see the Raven Queen. I'm a little fuzzy on the start of last session. If anybody wants to jump in.
You guys had a very angry breakfast together.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. We had breakfast, but we realized that we needed to go see the Raven Queen, and so using what was it? We had an artifact, right, to go see, to make a man. I'm tearing this up. To go see the Raven Queen, and if I remember, basically the entire session was that initial visit, and then going back and finding her in the bath, and now we are going to visit again.
Perfect. That sums it up.
All right.
Very good. Well done, Mean Green. You find your guys' selves back in the beautiful hotel room. Lucas has just come back, and John called you guys back in. Super excited about the fact that he's back, and noticed that he wasn't gone for very long. You guys literally had just stepped outside the door, and Lucas mentioned to you guys that you have to wait an hour. So, what are you guys gonna do for an hour before you guys venture forward?
Well, in the small talk, Clark's gonna just mention that we've kind of ruffled some feathers of multiple different groups, and so he's actually gonna just kind of nonchalantly offer to stay behind and keep watch while they go to visit the Raven Queen.
Okay.
I mean, if we're all gone, why do you need to stay behind? We're not going to be here for them to find.
Well, I think does the artifact stay here whenever like I'm trying to remember what was it that triggers the portal?
We're taking the artifact to her.
Right.
So
okay.
the flute. He plays the flute, and
That's
it
right.
sends
Yes,
out
the flute.
Yeah.
smoke.
Okay, but the flute goes with us, so okay, yeah. I mean that's fine. We just I didn't know if because I guess Mark 2 will stay here and like can we take all of our companions that are with us like Nameless and
Mark
2
has
and...
gone off to some other duties.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well then, okay, yeah. Then Clark's cool.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything for that hour after you've had that small discussion of like, no, you can come with us. Okay, great.
No, I don't have anything I need to do. Crew's had his coffee. He's ready to go.
Yeah, Sean's got some shopping to do, but he doesn't want to. That can turn into like a whole day affair, so he's just gonna sit tight.
Okay.
I mean, as far as just passing the time, Clark would probably pull out a little piece of wood and start whittling with his carpenter's tools.
Now, is Nameless with us?
No.
No.
Nameless stayed behind when I took the portal to the shipwright back on Linguina, I think it's the island.
Mm-hmm.
So he stayed there.
Okay.
Yeah, Nameless isn't around. Kind of weird.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Yeah, John.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's weird that your dragon's not here. That's all.
Oh, I had a special assignment for him, and he might join us later. Kind of depends on how this meeting with the Raven Queen goes. You ever heard the phrase, don't keep all your eggs in one basket?
No.
Well, you don't want to keep them all in one basket because if they hatch, now your basket is heavier. So spread them out.
But if you keep them in different baskets, you still got to hold all the baskets, right?
I don't know. It's a orcish phrase, and they're not always the brightest.
True.
Sounds better in Orcish rather than translated to Common.
Do you speak Orcish?
I must do.
Everyone knows that one phrase in Orcish.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That one phrase.
New rule for the campaign. Everyone knows, except for crew.
Well, to be fair, Crew did grow up on an island.
It's true.
It's not very civilized.
Full of turtles.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fantastic. Good. So we talk about that. We waited an hour. What did we do?
Well, Clark has whittled an amazing looking dolphin.
Yeah, roll me a performance check
Oh yeah. All right, let's do it.
or sleight of hand. I can take either one. That makes sense for
Ooh,
whittling.
Which one am I better at? Let's see. We're gonna go sleight of hand. 18.
Yeah, y'all are impressed with his dolphin carving skills.
That's nice. You could probably sell that.
Oh yeah. Well, here. Feel free. Gift from me to you.
Oh, well, thank you. Crew's gonna set it into his pouch.
Have you spent a lot of time studying dolphins?
Nope. But I've spent a lot of time working on wood.
So you're saying that you're good at handling wood?
Yes. Quite talented.
Okay.
Okay. Good to know.
So the flute, you pull it out, Lucas.
I do not remember this flute at all, but I will start playing I will get everybody come close. You need to we need to be touching above the waist to all be in this portal.
John will.
Crew's gonna hold out one arm and see if anybody holds it.
Jean was going for like the shoulder grab, and then he sees the crew's going for like the hand grabs. So John grabs his hand and then holds out his other hand to like schoolgirl circle, hold hands. And maybe we'll get a game of merry-go or ring around the rosy going.
Well, Crew only has one arm, so we can't really do a ring.
Well,
we could do like Red Rover. Anyways,
All right.
flute.
All right.
You all hold hands?
And two of my hands are holding the flute, so I'll just reach out my elbows.
Start
reach out and
laying
touch
on
with your elbows?
Start laying on hands, fellas. Laying on hands. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. The flute begins to play. Flute whistle. It's kind of like that raven head type things you blow into it, and this smoke begins to fill the room. Then you guys feel your bodies shunted into a new space. It's completely dark, pitch black. You feel yourself standing on sturdy ground, but you can't tell like what type of ground it is. It's cold, and it makes your bones ache.
Oh, you could have warned me this was going to be painful.
Oh, didn't really seem to be too bad for me. But it's your first time. Maybe I'm used to it by now.
Oh, you come here often?
No, not really. But it's like a once, and then you're good.
Oh, okay.
So, usually I don't really have to go very far for Princess to find us, and I'll look around. Everybody's with us. Everybody got here.
Everybody made it. As long as you guys were all touching, everybody made it.
You said it's dark in here.
It is very dark.
Do I see anything?
No. Surprisingly, so it's I know like normally with dark vision or I guess you have that devil's sight, right?
Yep.
You look around and you just kind of see black. It's not like think if you're watching from a camera and you kind of like zoomed out on a TV show. They're standing on nothing in a blank space, a blank black space. That's kind of what you're standing in.
Okay.
There's nothing to see.
Right. So you walk around for a while and well, I guess, are you gonna walk or are you just gonna stand still?
Yeah.
Princess, you here?
Yes, Princess is here.
Hey, Princess. Can't quite remember why, but I brought my companions with me to talk to you.
To talk to me? To Princess?
To the Raven Queen. But obviously, I would like to get to know you better as well, Princess.
Are you offering to take me on a date? Princess likes dates.
We can pencil something in. Right now, we've got more important things to talk about.
Oh, of course. Yes. So come this way. Hurry. Come follow the sound of my voice. All right? The sound of my voice.
I'll start following.
Yeah, you guys make your way over there, and eventually you see like a large throne. There's lots of steps leading up to it. Kind of spawn in front of you. On top of it is a Kenku, who is wearing a bathrobe now. Seems to be a little more clothed. She's kind of got that towel thing going on her head that girls do sometimes. I guess folks with long hair, not necessarily just girls, but folks with long hair. And she waves. Gives a small wink to Lucas, and I guess, are you guys all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
See, kind of Princess kind of closes her eyes, and eventually, kind of a large figure spawns behind her, as just a single raven kind of mask, and it body's enclosed, so it looks like they're kind of wearing a giant cloak, so you don't really see their arms or anything like that. But they kind of lean in, they look around a little bit, and from Princess's mouth, as the body kind of moves, she says, "Coming back so soon, Lucas. And you bring others with you."
I felt it pertinent to bring the others with me. They are part of my crew on the string. With recent developments, we found that one of our party, and I'll point to Jean, is a Drake Warden.
Yes.
John waves and gives a big smile.
As we've mentioned, you have a Drake Warden. But I don't recognize, you're new, yet... And she leans in close to... The mask just leans in real awkwardly close to to Clark. You feel familiar. Do I know you?
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting, and he'll give a slight bow.
Insight check.
Make it.
Me make an insight check?
No, I think Lucas was making an inside check.
So I guess, do I actually need?
Natural 20, 26.
26.
Do I need to make a deception check? Because
I mean, I want you to make a deception check against the Raven Queen.
okay, very good. Okay, deception check 21. Not a natural 20, but a 21.
What does Lucas learn before the Raven Queen speaks, as he got a really high insight check? Because here's the thing, right? Because Clark's been dead, and this goddess is known for ferrying the dead. But Lucas was also kind of ripped away. No, Lucas, sorry. Clark has been dead, and this goddess is known for, or this guardian's been known for ferrying the dead. So what does Lucas learn? A little bit about Clark in this moment before he speaks.
I would imagine, just based on the way I wrote the kind of Clark's backstory, is that she probably recognizes him, because my understanding would be that basically as a warlock patron, like, the Kraken kind of grasped Clark from death before it fully took effect. So I really don't think Clark would be lying in that when he says that he doesn't remember meeting her, because that intervention would have taken place before he got to the ferrying part, I would imagine, just thinking about it like Greek mythology and stuff. But Clark also has not clearly stated to them what his condition means, the paleness and the sparks and like the fact that he doesn't eat or sleep or any of that. So I would definitely imagine that Lucas would at least gain the intuition that Clark is not alive.
Feel the air around you, Clark, kind of pull towards her a little bit, almost like a big sniff comes from her mask there. You're broken and not where you're supposed to be.
Well, I've always said that my true place is on the sea on a ship, so perhaps you're right.
No, I mean, you don't belong here anymore. Perhaps it's time we take you home, where you belong.
And where would that be?
In death.
Well, I seem to be kicking pretty good right now.
Oh, Raven Queen.
What does she mean by that, Clark?
So good to be in your presence, and John is gonna try and like edge his way in and maybe let Clark and crew have their conversation while he steals the Raven Queen's attention.
She's gonna turn and look at you, and suddenly her visage gets like 3 times the size and glows a deep red. And kind of you hear her tone change a little bit through Princess. Wait your turn, Drake Warden. And then
Would a please be out of
flashes
place?
back. And...
Okay, is this like in Hercules when Hades like goes from blue to red? Is that kind of what just happened?
Kind of, yeah. Blue to red are like 3 times the size, and then kind of shrinks back
with the
down.
flames jump up, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
So during that little exchange between her and John, Clark will kind of lean over to Lucas and crew and say, well, you know, my patron sort of keeps me alive, I think. I had a near-death experience. I don't exactly operate the same way as I used to. And it just almost like that's just passing information. And then turn a big grin back to the Raven Queen.
Patron? Who do you serve?
You know, to be honest, I'm not very sure. I believe it's perhaps one of the aquatic gods. I know that I had a boating accident, and you know the memory's all a little fuzzy, but I know that one of the keepers of ocean. It might be, the god of ocean peace. I'm not really sure. They haven't really revealed themselves to me all the way. I just know that that's kind of what keeps me sustained. So.
Prue is a little sketched out because his memory of how he got his patron is not matching up with how Clark got his. So I want to do a little inside check on that.
Okay, sounds good.
And let's see if those deception checks hold up. Here we go.
10.
17? Yeah, 17.
Yeah.
Be careful who you follow. I only warn you of this, 'cause I'm sure you'll want to be with your family.
Ooh, yeah, that would kind of probably flabbergast Clark a little bit. He's like, wow, nothing would make me happier. That's very, very good advice.
Turns and looks at Lucas. Do you trust this one?
We met him yesterday. So he has helped us so far and seems to be somewhat honest with us. But maybe he just doesn't know more than he's trying to hide something.
We trust in you, Sia. And if you put your trust in him, then... Now looks up and down one more time, a good long look at Clark. Then we will trust you.
Well, I mean, okay.
Be conscious of those you travel with. I would advise knowing them well. What questions have you for us today?
Oh, great Raven Queen. What an honor it is to be in your presence. I have heard many tales of your power.
Like an owl, her head turns from Lucas over to Jean.
I just want to say that it's good to just be here, really. And I want us all, and John turns around to the fellow party members, I just want us all to take a moment and really breathe in this atmosphere so we don't forget what it's like to be here. Because it's just amazing. Thank you for allowing us to be here. Small request.
Does everyone take a deep breath in?
What?
Does everyone take a deep breath in?
Jean doesn't even.
No.
He just keeps talking.
Okay.
Small request. There is an individual who has been minorly kidnapped. I thought it would be great if you could help out and just and John snaps his fingers just not have them be kidnapped. And alive, because I know death is your thing, but very much alive would be the best part of that. And here. Or safe. And I know this is a request coming from a mere mortal. I do have something I can offer you in exchange, if you're that type of god where you need, give and take.
I need you to run me like a persuasion check.
Okay, I can do that.
I need inspiration on how she's going to respond to this.
It is a 15.
You see this whole body kind of sigh, and Princess sighs along with it, which is kind of weird to hear the sound coming from a different direction. My role is that but to ferry one from life to death to their new home so that they don't get lost along the way.
It seems like a lot of the qualities that you have are what I'm looking for. A farrier, someone who takes people from place to place, gets them to their home. I mean, we are almost matched up here. It sounds like I've come to the right person. God, sorry. No offense. Guardian. Sorry.
Guardian.
No exaltation.
Yes. As much as I'd love to just port into the lives of mortals and move them from one place to another like playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, I must stay within the lanes in which I serve and function. But you're she kind of turns and looks at Lucas. You're looking for someone? You want to know where they're at? If they're safe?
No, I can find them, and they aren't safe. I guess, if you can't help me, perhaps you could assist me with one last thing. Do you know of Sardior and Fizban, Bahamut? Would these people actually help me, or are they just leading me along?
Ah, are you but a young Drake Warden?
Well, I'm not that young. Yes.
Not
Yes.
in age, but in time of being a Drake
Yes. Yes. Maybe a day since I've committed to this role.
Warden. I see. Bahamut is the god. We all guardians serve Bahamut.
Ah, great.
So if you go to speak to Fizban, yes, of course. Perhaps Bahamut can guide and lead you in the right direction.
Well, see, this is the thing. Gods have great power, and I've heard. I'm not looking for someone to help me on my journey. I would like someone to intervene divinely. I hear that's what you gods do. The guardians.
You seek a djinn.
Okay. Only heard of the drink, but more words would be great.
She points to
Crew's
to
head
Carew.
kind of popped up. Yeah.
Perhaps a wish from his patron could be more along the lines of what you're looking for versus the. We are here to help you grow, to give you the tools you need to become a better you.
I've
A djinn
pitched this before in a
might
business
be
meeting.
able to offer this. We
Well,
function more like experiential education. A djinn might function more like Amazon Prime.
Unfortunately, Hade hasn't given me the wish spell yet.
I know. I'm quite aware.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Would you like anything else you need to know about? You know how to travel through the terrarium. You know.
We'll figure.
What your goal is. What you're trying to stop here. The ultimate
I'll let
destruction.
them ask those questions. I just have one last request, and then I'll
Okay.
bow out. And I know my party has more pertinent things to ask. If an artifact of yours were to go missing and be utilized by an individual for their own whims, would that bother you at all?
In the hands of the death giant still.
I don't know what you're talking about.
My acolytes are supposed to retrieve said artifact, but if you still have it, my blessings upon you.
Okay, great. Crew, Lucas, anything?
The crew is just thinking hard about how his patron could help save John's friend, lover, whoever.
We are friend lovers.
I don't know how much detail you've given us into your relationship with said person.
Not really a lot. He's mentioned her a few times that, like, that's kind of the purpose of... I was a slave, and so I'm trying to work back my freedom to get back to my love on the land. And I have my freedom now, but then I was working for, what's his name? Drake? Yeah,
Drake.
to get him his
Yeah.
freedom so that I can get to the land. And now she's kidnapped. It's not like a ton of detail, but she's an important part of my life.
Okay.
Oh, you're hoping to know if she's alive?
If I know my aunt, she will be alive.
Sally.
Yes. Tortured, most likely,
And,
but alive.
I would love the opportunity to marry Sally home soon.
Well, if only there were creatures of immeasurable power who had influence over mere mortals and could dictate things like that. It would be interesting what the world would be like if things like that happened.
You would have me snap my fingers to die.
Saleh? In a
Yes.
moment. I'd much rather my Elizabeth be brought to me, but either one is phenomenal. And so you don't get the wrong impression of me, I don't wish death on many people.
Just me on a daily basis.
Well, you lost an arm, I've grown some pity for you. But don't push it.
She plucks a feather from her cloak and she hands it to you, Jean.
John pulls out a tuft of fur and hands it to her.
She motions that she doesn't need it. She responds, "This is not something to get into."
like a fireball.
This is This is not, again, not a feather from Princess, but a feather from the Raven Queen herself. This thing is like massive, right? Like the size of a great sword. And she says, yeah, it's huge. It's light. It's very, very light, but as long as this is on your person, because your fates together are tied. If you were to die, instead this feather would fade, and Saleh would die for unexplainable reasons.
So
Jean, do you want me to kill
And
you?
Jean would come back to life.
I would be more than happy to help in this process, Jean.
slowly start pulling out a dagger.
Now, hold on, all of you. wait just a moment. I'm very uncomfortable right now. I think this is maybe something that is best saved for a rainy day, and when we are a bit closer to the salvation of Elizabeth.
If I remember correctly, it was raining, when we left, so just saying.
No, I don't understand what you're just saying. Are you insinuating that I will slip and fall down a mountain?
No, I'm saying you wanted to save it for a rainy day. It's raining, so therefore you're saving it for today.
It's another Orcish phrase. It means tomorrow.
Another one that I don't...
Is this a fair exchange for trust in guardians?
Let me ponder this while someone else says words.
Very good. Have you more requests or questions?
Princess, do you know who Sardior is?
Princess is not.
Oh, Raven Queen. Do you know who Sardior is?
Yes. He's the son of Bahamut. In the beginning, it was Bahamut with his daughter Tiamat, Sardior, his son. Tiamat and Bahamut worked together to create the world, and then Tiamat grew bored and sought to destroy everything, all of it. Bahamut, being a father, did not allow this, and so stepped forward and gave her ample opportunity to turn around. Instead, she created monsters. The breaker of the sea, sky, the land. The Tarask was destroyed years ago. The other two still remain trapped in their prisons. And of course, Tiamat as well was imprisoned by Sardior, who divided into 6 separate magic weapons. One in which your Drake Warden carries, and allowed his Drake Wardens to stop her. Forever trapped in his own prison until all these artifacts are reunited.
Do you know where the other artifacts are, O Raven Queen?
I do not. I know that Sardior, when one artifact is close to another, will communicate it. And rumor has it many have made their way to the terrarium. The terrarium's really probably your best bet for finding anything, being that it's a portal to many planes. You're in a safe place traveling and potentially finding these.
Are these the same artifacts that the Drake Wardens are trying to find, such as a sword and a crown?
Yes, very same. There's 6 of them.
And we know of a sword and a crown, but we don't know of the 4 others.
Yes, there are 6 of them. The crystal sword, the crystal ring, the crystal wing shield, the crystal bow, the crystal mace, and the crown.
And the greatest of all, crystal meth.
Don't play D&D with your friends, guys. They'll just make fun of everything you make up.
Is it a crystal crown as well, or just a crown?
It is a crystal crown, yes.
They're all crystal?
Yes. The crystal crown is like in the shape of a tail wrapped around itself. A dragon tail. And of course the shield looks like wings.
And Jean has the crystal sword.
Yes. Which is rumored to carry the mind of Sardior. So hopefully you can find a way to speak with him there, and I bet he can answer many of these questions.
Rue's just gonna turn slowly towards Jean and look at him and see if there was any kind of change in facial expression or anything like that.
Jean, he's kind of tuned everything out. He is hatching a plan in his mind how to use this feather to get Elizabeth free and Saleh dead in one fell swoop. So he's kind of like glazed over, not even paying attention.
Clark was like dancing around, like moving as far to the edge of this interstellar space as humanly possible, like doing the ants in his pants dance. But upon hearing all this, he does kind of pop back in and go, "Oh, pray tell, great Raven Queen, how many gods have sets of artifacts like this?"
Well, I can't share all the secrets of the Guardians now, can I?
Fair. Tricks of the trade, I suppose.
The mask, if it could smile, it smiles.
So we have these 6 items that the Drake Wardens are trying to find in order to keep Tiamat from being released.
To set Sadio free, Tiamat, there is statues for each of her heads that are scattered across the universe. If those statues come together with the right ritual, that will bring Tiamat back. But at this point in time, they've been scattered to even where the Guardians aren't aware of. The one of the last blessings Sadio placed upon his children were the first original Drake Wardens to be able to hide these heads. Rumor has spread of them popping up here and there, but soon they disappear again.
Do we know of any other Drake Wardens?
Oh, like, are you asking if I know any more Drake Wardens?
Yes.
No, this is the first one I actually get to have a pleasure to have a conversation with. As we keep a close eye on the seer, we just happen to notice, like, oh, hey, there's a good Drake Warden right there. Look at that.
I'm sorry that he's your first.
Me too.
We don't know who's been given the other crystal items, but we know Jean has one, and the sword can tell us where the others, if the others are in the vicinity.
Yes. Whether a Drake Warden has possession of it or not. Like many artifacts, these things become lost to time.
John, has your sword been speaking to you?
I feel like every time I tell you that things are speaking to me, you make fun of me. So yes, my sword speaks to me.
He just kind of like rolls his finger around his ear.
If you remember from the last episode, Lucas, you did see a moment where Jean talked to his sword and there was a man standing next to him, but nobody else saw him.
Okay.
Well, forgive me, my dear man. I believe I took part in the fun poking as well, but we are talking to an embodied god through a raven lady named Princess, popping out in spectral form. So I believe that ship may have sailed. So
you would think so, but crew will find ways.
There are always ways.
So I guess our task is to find these other Drake Wardens, if that's something that we want to do. We also, Jean needs our help for saving Elizabeth, and it seems that Saleh is always looking for us, so we have a way to deal with that now. But we need to save Elizabeth before we pull that trigger.
Well, that sounds like a fantastic plan.
Yeah. I guess the question to everybody is, where do we start?
Raven Queen.
She turns her head again like an owl. Kind of cracks a little bit as she does.
Okay. We have a magical mailbox on our ship?
Yes.
Could you
yes.
get me the address to Saleh's mailbox? Actually, would John know that? I mean, he sailed with her for, like, that was my ship for a while. So
yeah,
I would know that.
I think I would assume you would know it.
The other one I wanted was and I've forgotten his name, the guy with the scar that came and attacked us in the tavern that one time. Yeah, the Knoll.
Remember his name?
Pleaska, yeah.
Pleaska. It's played by Stolen.
Yeah. Would I know his as well? Because, like, we're all part of the same fleet.
Yeah, roll a history check for me. Because remember, you didn't know how to read until recently either. So.
12?
I would say so. I think it's a little rusty because you didn't quite, know what those symbols or words meant, but you kind of have an idea, and you're pretty sure. You're pretty sure it would go to.
I can remember the pattern
at
least, even if I don't know what it meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Raven Queen, I will conditionally trust the Guardians on the condition that this thing, and he's holding up the feather, that this actually works. If it does not work, then I will side with whoever you said the bad guys were.
We did.
And I will find those artifacts instead and unleash whoever it was.
The breakers of the sea.
That one.
You hope to side with the Breakers of the Sea, the ones marked with the tattoo, the purple tattoo that's in the shape of a suction cup.
Well, now see, that's really useful because someone was telling us to be wary of purple. So is it purple tattoos?
Purple tattoos, yes, in the shape of a purple suction cup. Most of them wear that purple cloak, but
You've just been a font of information today. And John will put the feather into his bag of holding.
okay.
I imagine this feather being like the size of a huge palm frond. So it's just like sticking out of your pouch.
Well, I think I'm good here.
Yeah, I don't have any other questions. Unless you know of any place to start searching for either Drake Wardens or artifacts.
You are in the terrarium. And the terrarium's a funny place. Because it takes you to several different planes of existence all at the same time. You travel from one island to the next, and you should have a special map, I hope, of sorts. At least you should get one, if you don't. That'll kind of indicate what islands are popping up next. You then must choose a said island, and it'll take you to the plane of existence. And you'll be in that plane of existence for as long as you need to be, and then, of course, it is an island itself, so you can travel onto another set, but be wise in your choice of islands. Because if you say there's a set of 3, you can only go to one of those sets of 3.
Will they have like an asterisk next to their name if it has an artifact on it?
If an asterisk... that is a great question, and I do not know. I would assume that hopefully Sadio would find some way to indicate to you through his sword, if there's an artifact. He should be able to sense it.
So
All right.
this is all up to you, Jean.
I don't like that. The captain. It's all up to the captain.
Well, we should set sail.
Yeah.
We want
Now,
to.
hold on a moment.
And
Lucas.
what about your
Exactly.
cooking competition? Don't we need to do that first?
Yes. Yeah, we can do that. And I look at the time. Yeah, there was a pig thing that we needed to do. Some catch a pig thing.
Yeah, I know. Freddie was
Yeah.
really looking forward to it, so I don't want
Yeah,
to.
that if we have
The
time.
world can wait.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
This is really important.
it's not
to
like
you.
it's going to end tomorrow.
yeah. I mean, we're setting a good guy free, so I'm sure he's fine to wait. The world's not going to end just because he hasn't been set free.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a logical thing to it. He has to be set free first, and then he has to destroy the world. So
I'm sure they've been working on the Breaker of the Seas for years. A few more days isn't going to
Right.
harm anything.
Yeah, and Elizabeth, she will just continue to be in captivity.
I have a plan that I am working on that will be able to begin while we are here. So no
Okay.
harm, no foul.
Good.
But chop, let's win quickly. Chop, a pun. I'm sorry, I'm very
Okay.
uncomfortable in this place.
Thanks, John.
That makes 2 of us, gents. Why don't we show ourselves out?
Yeah. Raven Queen, thank you for your time.
Anytime, Seer. It's always a pleasure to speak with you.
Thanks.
Last word sounded a little too pointed.
yeah,
She bows and fades, and it's almost like the stairs begin to kind of pull away from you guys. You guys slowly start fading back into the hotel room. Clark, as you begin to
Yes.
feel the pull of returning back to the material plane, you hear the whisper of a soft young girl saying, "Daddy, Daddy, please come home." And you are shunted into a hotel room.
Mm.
You guys are back at the hotel room. Huzzah!
She didn't kill us.
Why would you think that?
I mean, she was kind of scary. Let's be
My
real.
experience with these guardian god things has not been positive.
Well, this is like the third guardian that we've met.
Third,
The
third.
Nilbog, and then, well, I guess you two haven't met my god.
Yeah,
So I guess 2.
and I want to forget the Nilbog most of the time.
yes, I always forget that he's important.
He seems to just always pop up in the strangest of times. Always watching. I don't know if he's always watching.
I sure hope not.
Apparently he watches us poop. So
Yeah. He knows when we're sleeping and he knows when we're awake.
When we're taking a dump.
but just those three things.
Not if you've been bad or good. That might get him confused with a different.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder
With a
if
different
he
legend.
chose
Okay, very good.
those or if someone assigned them to him.
It was like a bingo ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Dang it, I got to be the poop guy. I get to ferry the dead. I bring love to everybody. I'm the poop guy. I make you go a little mad.
It's canon now.
Oh my god.
So Clark's kind of like, so if I heard her correctly, if we release this Sardior, he would put all the other gods kind of in their place, maintain the balance.
That's kind of what I got out of it. Or at least be able to maintain any kind of balance that there is right now.
To give some insight, Sardior seems like the kind of guy who hardly ever does things himself. He's always wanting me to go around and do things for him. I get the...
Well, is it because he can't do it for himself right now?
You know, it could be. I hadn't thought of that. He has that vibe. Very corporate America.
It's just
That
Audio would bring balance to the gods.
yes, and mainly keep the evil ones in check seems to be the idea there. Quite interesting.
Why do you say it like that?
Well, it just seems like a worthwhile endeavor, and perhaps an option that doesn't present itself to many people, to have the option to unleash a force of good that would take care of evil in the world.
It really has me question what would happen to my line of work.
Could retire.
your work you've had for a day.
No, the piracy, the raping and pillaging and stealing, general death and destruction.
Well, you're not a god, Sean.
Yeah.
No matter how much you tell us.
Okay, well.
I hear the Navy has great dental.
Scallywags, they steal your wages, make you eat gruel, don't port in any of the fun places.
Well, grill could be good if you just season it right.
I suppose, but they never have a good cook.
Speaking of cooking, do we need to do anything to get ready for your competition tomorrow? Where's Freddy?
I'm sure he's back on at the inn where we're at right now.
It's
right
right
here,
here, 30
right
degrees
here.
to the left.
Oh!
He's 2 feet away.
Where'd you go?
Why weren't you touching us, Freddy? You could have went with us.
Oh no, he's not in the room. Sorry. He has his own room, remember?
So
yeah, that's right.
So did I hear correctly? This next competition is catching a pig.
Yes, there was a big catching something that needed to happen, but then I don't remember the rules about needing to prepare or cook that pig. Maybe I should ask the Raven Queen this.
Is
that was a flute again.
Was that flute a one-time usage?
so just for my clarity, are we being judged on the pig catching ability, or are they just really lazy and didn't want to slaughter their own pigs?
I mean, this competition just seems really weird, so it wouldn't surprise me either way.
Fair enough. Well, how can we help?
Just be my chair squad.
Yes.
Well, Jean and I are judges in the competition.
Oh, well, that helps a lot. Okay.
Oh. The was never finished.
That's
He
true.
did not return the scythe.
Minor detail.
Didn't we say that you weren't going to do that? Didn't we say we were not doing that anymore?
I don't think I'm gonna give the scythe back.
I'm sure I can win
Of
on my
course,
own
and,
merit.
you know, we shouldn't have ever assumed otherwise.
Fantastic.
I mean, if that's your competition that we saw the other day, I don't think you have anything to be worried about. He has to have his own robot cook his meals.
Definitely. What time is it during the day?
I mean, this was at this point. It's right around probably around noon. You guys get up, had conversation for breakfast, and you teleported away. I think your competition was the next day, so it's probably.
Did it seem like time still passed while we were talking to the Raven Queen, or was it?
No, it seems like you came back at the exact moment you left.
Okay.
Well, I guess we have half a day to do whatever we need to prepare for tomorrow.
Do we need to go shopping for spices or anything like that? Are you good there?
I have everything I need.
John, you said you need to do some shopping?
Yes, I need to procure some munitions. Nothing serious.
Clark, you need anything?
I have everything I need, but I'll be happy to help the crew in any way that I can.
Crew?
I'm pretty good.
I was just going to ask if you needed anything.
Oh.
We're good?
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Phenomenal. Well, we have half a day to enjoy town.
Yep. And Clark also will just say, by the way, guys, I apologize. I wasn't trying to keep anything from anyone, but I do have kind of a weird situation where my final memories prior to the last few years were the shipwreck where my family died, and I don't really have a clear memory of how I didn't die. I simply know that that there is a godly voice that speaks to me sometimes in Abyssal, and I don't eat anymore, and I don't sleep. So I'm assuming that God sustains me. And so anyway, that's just kind of the weirdness back there with the Raven Queen.
Crew's gonna reach out and touch Clark. Do you have exposed skin anywhere?
Only wrists and neck, and I would basically wear a leather navy trench coat and pants.
Gonna kind of reach out and just kind of touch his neck. Does he feel cold?
Oh yes, very.
Okay.
And also you notice that just whenever you do that, you almost didn't notice them before, but there's these kind of sparks that hang out around him, and they kind of coalesce towards your finger when you do that.
He's gonna kind of jerk back his hand. That's just a little weird.
No, I totally get it. I understand. Again, not real sure. How this. I mean, it works for me every day, but
Are you dead?
Do you remember anything from your past?
I remember my wife and daughter and working as a shipwright from time to time, but again, everything kind of comes in fuzzy waves. Here, there,
Shipwright.
And
So, shipwright, you could help prepare our ship.
oh yeah, absolutely.
John holds up a finger. Are you dead?
I mean, I am magically sustained, I would say.
Do you have a heartbeat?
Oh no, pretty cool, right? And he'll peel back his trench coat and be like, here, feel right here. Not a thing going on in there.
Crew will reach out his hand. Do the little sparks go down towards me again?
Yeah, they don't attack you or anything. They just you probably they don't cast off any light, and so you don't notice them unless you actually investigate for them. But it's part of the warlock. It's part of his type of warlock. So it's called Pact of the Spark, and so they just if you spend some time looking at him, you'll start to notice these little, almost like a firefly type thing, but it's just a little magical spark, and there's 4 of them that float around him.
So
that's why you don't go out.
Twilight?
That's why you don't go out into the sun.
Yeah.
you aren't a ghost, ghoul, phantom, zombie, some other creature that will invariably turn on us and kill us in our sleep?
Oh, of course not.
Okay. I see no problem with this.
Seems legit. So, on to shopping, I guess.
Sure.
And then reconvene back here this evening, or do you want to head to the ship?
Are any
Stay
of you
here.
great wordsmiths?
Wordsmith?
Correct.
No.
I think
You-
you're the wordsmith
Yeah.
here, John.
Well,
You've hung around me long enough to know that I've struggled to put a
I
sentence
do
together.
great speaking, but I need help writing. Can you just write the words you would speak?
Sure, I can help you with that, John. I've been known to turn a phrase or two.
Phenomenal. Would you mind joining me on our ship this evening?
Not a problem.
Phenomenal.
Do. Phenomenal. Do. Okay. Where did y'all want to go shopping today?
I just need like another 10 bullets or so, and then
Okay.
I wanted to pick up like 3 to 5 bombs.
3 to 5 bombs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're in the DMG, but it's like, the pirate, light a fuse, throw it, grenade type thing.
Yeah, I just pull the prices out of the DMG and then go from there.
Okay.
So, 100 gold that way. Wonderful.
And then I need some paper and parchment.
Yeah, that'll cost you like a silver for.
I'll get the prices and I have the DMG over here. I'll do it after the session.
Okay.
Take it out.
Sounds good. I know that crew needed to go see a magic item shop as part of his deal with the hag that he met at the beginning of being on the island.
He just said at some point. He didn't say when.
Didn't he specify why you were here on the island?
I think he just said he would go by at some point.
Okay.
DM, I've slept since then.
I think you said like while you were here on the island, you would go see this shop.
I'd have to look back through my notes. Anyways, yeah, at some point before we leave, I guess.
Right. Anywhere else y'all want to go shopping?
I know. I just want to find a fishmonger and just get the most common fish that everybody eats on the island, and I'm just gonna purchase that fish as fresh as I can get it.
Sounds good. Yeah, you can get. I mean, a gold will get you like 10 of those fish, but I guess a silver per large fish.
Okay. Sounds good.
Sweet. We can act that out, or just let you spend your 5 silver. 10 silver. What did I say? A silver per fish.
I'll just get 2 silver.
Okay. All right. Evening comes. Do you guys go to bed? Ah, no, you go to the boat.
Yeah, and I guess while they were shopping, Clark would have asked if there was any, they mentioned the ship, if there was any repairs that were needed on the ship currently.
There are some, yeah. But we also have FranCon and PenCon working on them, so I don't know how much progress they've done in the last day or two.
Oh, very good. I already got some shipwrights. Well, that's wonderful.
Have you ever eaten Swiss cheese?
Is that directed
Yes.
at Clark? Yes. I don't eat much anymore, seeing as how I just have to regurgitate it if I
Yes.
do. So,
Well, when our ship came into port, it slightly resembled a similar dairy cuisine.
to Swiss
Yes.
cheese. Okay, well, that's good to know. Well, me and Mark too, he's very handy. Between the two of us, we can really bust out some ship repairs when
Oh,
needed.
that's phenomenal.
Mark 2, what happened to Mark 1?
Mark 1, sorry.
John's gonna roll inside on that.
Go for it.
As a natural one.
Well, you would know if you had any insight whatsoever that Clark just misnamed his robot.
Okay.
That's funny.
Yeah, back to the ship for the night. Crew is just gonna make sure that it's still intact and how the brothers are doing, how the sisters are doing.
Yeah, everything seems to be fine. The brothers are working on the ship. They, of course, speak in Dwarvish to you the entire time. So, they kind of point out some different things and holes, and they kind of reach their hand out like they're trying to ask for money, and then kind of go to another spot, and they kind of say a bunch of different things, and you're kind of just nodding along.
Yeah. Okay.
And Clark will take Mark 1 over there and show it to the brothers and be like, Es mecánico, es muy bien para trabajo.
Esto sí que puedes hablar es español. Es de Dwarvish.
No. Muy pequeño.
¿Y quién es este que venía aquí con nosotros? Yo no sé. Pero vení con el Tortuga. Ah, qué bueno. El Tortuga le gusta a ese personaje. Yo no sé, no me pregunta esas preguntas.
Muy bien.
Va, que tenga buen día. And they both walk off.
They usually respond to Nueve Capitan.
Nuevo Capitan.
You just see their shoulders like slump and just kind of sigh a little bit, and they turn around, they give John a thumbs up, and then they keep on walking.
But did you catch everything they said, Lucas?
Yes.
Thank you for
Who
translating.
is this guy? I can't hear the turtle. Turtle man. What's he doing here? I don't know. Did you want to ask? Not really. All right. So let's just say have a good day and walk away.
Speaking of Turtle Man, is Kumba around?
Yeah, Koopa's there. He's sitting on top of the crow's nest. He and your little dragon are not having a good time together, but he's up there. He's like throwing flags off, and the dragon will catch him and bring him back up, and he gets all upset and throws another flag off, and the dragon will fly down and grab it and pull it back up.
Bang! If you bite him, maybe he'll stop.
What? No, don't bite Kumba. Kumba don't like it when you bite him.
Do you want an extra little snack, Bang?
Gosh.
Are
Yeah.
the sisters just kind of wandering around?
Yeah, there's a couple of dolls that are kind of sweeping on the deck there. Lily's hanging out on the front of the ship still, holding that big old sword of hers, flaming sword of hers. But they are around.
Clark will be like, man, you guys have a very eclectic crew.
Yeah, it's been very piecemealed, but we get the job done.
Excellent.
Soon you hear a voice come from behind you coming up the deck. John! Look what I found. Oh, they got the good stuff here, man. It's the good stuff. You got this big old jug. It looks like the size of a gourd.
Great.
His face is flushed. He's a little red around the cheeks, kind of wobbling his way up the deck.
Didn't we have a conversation about cutting back on...
Shh. It's good. Sip? You want to try a sip?
Is
I'll
it
take a
is it like is it wooden or is it like a glass jar?
No, it's a gourd. Just a
Oh, a gourd.
empty gourd. Yep.
John will take a sip.
Yeah. Roll Constitution saving throw,
Now that looks like a pirate.
5.
buddy. Man, have you ever
That's like-
taken like 3 shots
like-
of whiskey like back to back to back?
That's like straight Everclear.
Yeah,
Reasonable adult.
Well, it hit you hard, buddy. Oh man, John, like you want people to write words down for you? You're seeing those words spawn around you all over the place.
Oh.
It is. The ship's kind of spinning a little bit. It's good.
Okay.
You feel real
Okay.
nice. And
Do you hand it back to Drake?
Yeah. He's earned it.
What? Once he hands it back to Drake, Crew is gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast at it and try and blow it up.
Yeah, make an attack roll.
I can never remember what this is. That is a 15.
Yeah. How much damage do you do?
A lot. 2d10 plus 3.
It's the first roll we've made.
15 plus 3. 18.
18. Yeah, that gourd blows up. Drake turns and looks at you. What the hell, man?
We're under attack.
peek.
John pulls out his flintlock and just like fires off into the air randomly.
Oh my! It's a
Man the
party now.
guns! And starts loading another round.
Drake, we have told you time and time again, no drinking.
Kuba, get the cannon! Kuba's got the cannon! Kuba starts running towards the cannon.
Bang, bite him.
Fang flies down and drinks some of the alcohol that's landed on the ship.
John pulls out his sword.
Well,
There's
now
a
we
dragon attacking us! Save yourselves! And he runs and jumps off the side of the ship.
Lily ignores it. Okay. Drake just kind of watches that for a second and... Everything was fine. It was cool, man. We're on land. Nothing's happening here. There ain't no magical cult chasing us down or nothing. We're fine. We're fine. Sale doesn't even know we're here. We're fine.
And then
Clark?
all of a sudden we see Saleh's ship pull into port.
And there she is.
Clark is like doing the thinking man with the raised eyebrow. But then when Jean actually jumps off the side of the ship, he'll make his way over to where he jumped off and look down to see if he needs assistance.
Now, where he jumped off, was it land or water? Where did he land?
I imagine...
Or are we at a dock? I guess.
You're at a dock, so I imagine when John
it's probably
jumped
water.
off board, he landed in the rowboat. It's attached to your boat.
Oh, in the rowboat. Okay.
In the rowboat, yeah. Inside
Okay.
the
Well,
rowboat.
once he sees he's in the rowboat, he'll just kind of let him figure that out. We want to make sure he wasn't drowning.
Cold water! I've turned into a giant. Someone help me. The ship has shrunk. Or I've grown.
I'm
Okay,
just gonna turn. I'm gonna turn to Drake and be like, "This is why we're not drinking anymore. Somebody can't hold his liquor."
Hey, you mean John?
Yeah.
And I won't share it with him anymore. That thing cost me 10 gold. Come on, what the hell, man? Get another, and he starts stomping off the boat to go find another gourd of alcohol.
Get your friend before you leave.
Kumba starts spinning the cannon around. Kumba no see dragon! Kumba no see dragon! Just fire at sky!
Fire at sky!
The cannonball goes off in the air, and you see everybody in the dock going, "Wow, wow, 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 wow!"
Well, I guess we're leaving port tonight. Sorry about your competition, Lucas.
Passed out asleep
There's
on
no
the...
way this is the first time a gunshot and a cannon have gone off at port. This doesn't seem like that kind of place.
Are the lifeboats within 15 feet of the deck?
Sure.
Okay. Well then, Clark will just like open up the side of his trench coat, and you'll see a black inky tendril, like form, like it's like a tattoo energy coming off of him, and it'll go down and just pluck John off the lifeboat, assuming he doesn't try to attack it, and just pick him back up onto the deck.
Purple.
Not purple,
just
it's black, but it's like a black tattoo comes out of Clark's side and forms into a grasping tendril and just goes down and...
The queen's coming for me. I knew it was a trap. I shouldn't have ever trusted her.
Drew is just a little sus.
Yeah, I think you would recognize that it's the same sort of, like, it's warlock magic. It's the same sort of magic that powers
okay.
your spells and such.
Yeah, I do have some AR magic. So. I'll let it slide.
Very cool. Eventually you guys get Jean some food in him and settle him. What's this letter you want to write, my friend?
I'm sorry, my friends. Herringons are known for their poor constitution. Can't hold our liquor at all.
Quite all right,
See
sir.
that?
That was quite
Normally
entertaining.
he doesn't have enough coin for swill, and so it tastes a little stronger than water. That was something else.
I would hope so. He said it cost 10 gold. That's got to be the
Yeah,
top shelf liquor.
exactly.
Okay. We might have to talk about his wages.
Wait, yeah. He may have taken some of that shipwright money.
I'm wondering.
So yeah, Clark will find a scroll and a quill.
Letter,
and be at the
yes,
ready.
let her have. Don't let her have. I've got it. So, I'm going to run my plan by you. Let me know what you think. I'm going to write a letter to Saleh and to Liska. I'm going to tell them that I have acquired immense power from the gods and threaten that if they do not release Elizabeth within 24 hours, I will kill Saleh without lifting a finger. And then we will wait 24 hours. And if they think I am bluffing, Sean struggles. He really doesn't want to say.
His eyes light up.
He really doesn't want to say that he will allow himself to be killed. So he's going to say, we'll use the feather. And then hopefully that will scare Fleeska enough that when he takes over, he will free Elizabeth. What do you think of this plan?
I mean, I see nothing wrong with this plan.
You just want to kill me? Rest of the room, thoughts?
I'm pretty sure my situation is kind of an anomaly, so there is the part where you'd be dead.
The Raven Queen said I would not be dead. I would come back to life because of the feather. And as John is saying that, it just really sounds dumb.
It's the alcohol still talking.
I mean, hey man, maybe we could be spark buddies. I like it. He lets his little sparks fly around a little bit.
My favor in this plan is waning.
If Saleh dies and Elizabeth is still in
Yes.
prison, what would be the incentive for the crew
Well,
to just let her
Fleeska
go?
is her second in command, and notoriously, the polite way to say this, I believe, would be small of testicle. And so I have a feeling that seeing Saleh drop dead after a warning that this would happen, he might just be scared enough to let her go to preserve himself. And if not, again, he's not very smart. We faced him before and he hasn't been a big issue. So I would much rather face him than Saleh. And there's even a very strong chance that a significant portion of the crew wouldn't even follow him. They may turn on each other, the fleet may break up, cutting off the head of the snake.
They'll all follow Merp.
It's a gamble,
I mean, I see how it could work.
but I'll be honest, this is my love. I can't do nothing. And this is the best I have right now.
I mean,
You know,
a plan is better than no plan. So
Would it be in our benefit to be within a certain distance of Saleh's ship before we enact this plan?
She has a fleet. It would put us in great peril to be that close to her. Knowing her strategic mind, she has probably sent vessels out to try and find us, while she herself is out at sea where she's protected, knowing that I will be tempted to come and save Elizabeth.
do you think we should try and find some of these artifacts first? Do you think they would help aid?
They could. I don't know how many moons that will take, though. And you don't know Saleh the way I do. Her temperament will change on a whim, and you may feel this gambit isn't working and simply kill Elizabeth. And I don't feel it is my place to tear us from the terrarium for my own personal gain. We came here for Lucas. He's put in... The ship is founded on us being equals. Lucas is the captain, but we share equal parts. We came here for him. I don't feel right taking away his prize.
Well, Obviously, it feels like everybody has a map to the terrarium these days, so it's possible Saleh and Elizabeth could be here as well somewhere.
True. If you remember, we told Fleeska that we were heading to the eastern or western. I don't know. We told him somewhere completely different from where we were going.
Well, Fleeska was chasing us into the terrarium.
Oh, that's right. I'd forgotten that. It's been so long. I think we slept once since then.
Once or twice, yeah.
So Fleeska has more than likely told Saleh where we are.
This is a good point.
So what instructions would we put in the letter for Fleeska to do with Elizabeth? How would you like for me to word that?
I don't think they will
'Cause you-
acquiesce to comprehensive hostage negotiation. I think if we can get her safe on land, away from their grasp, she will be able to... she's not helpless. She can find her way home.
So basically, just put in there to drop her at the nearest port
Yes,
with no tail.
correct.
Okay.
I was...
Yeah. So Clark will write the letter, man.
Okay, I was kind of hoping someone would have a better idea. But on we go.
You know the fleet, you know Saleh and Fleeska more than us, so if you think this would work and it's the right thing to do,
I will.
we'll have to
I will just offer that as part of my transformation some time back, that I do have a very particular set of skills that if we find that we are close to Saleh's ship, I'm very, very good at infiltrating ships undetected.
Well, what if we send a letter that asks for I forget the word. What do you call it? The not Mortal Kombat when two people face off.
A
duel?
A duel? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It's not the word I was looking for, but that'll work. What if we let her know that we're here and I'm willing to go up against her in single combat, and if she wins, she can have our ship, and if she loses, I get Elizabeth. And having the feather,
either way she dies. That works.
But trying to convince her to have this duel, do you think that's doable?
We just bested Fleeska. It's possible she may think that she has to take care of this herself. Possible she sends someone else. Possible she sends her fleet. There's no telling. She is a mad woman. She might just want me dead enough that she will show up herself. She's captured Elizabeth, which means she is on the hunt for me.
Do we know for certain that she has captured Elizabeth? Could this be a bluff?
It was divinely given to me that Elizabeth was captured. It is a bluff. Guardians are dead.
So, either way, we gotta put our faith in the Guardians.
Well, let's do it then. Coldwater, let's try your plan. Let's lure her here.
All right.
If we can infiltrate her crew, that would be great. Get close to her, influence her decisions to potentially take on this single combat. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and I believe even if she tries to trap you in the duel, like she doesn't honor the duel, as long as we create a distraction for a while, I might be able to help you extract your long lost lover.
Phenomenal. Well, let's do it then. Send a letter to Fleeska and send a letter to Saleh. We will make the letters the same. Call out Saleh personally. Let her know that she's a lily-livered slumgut or something. And that if she does not face me, that she has no integrity, and only more of her crew will die. That I have attained great power, and if she desires to crush me under her boot, she will have to do it herself. And hopefully by sending the
Very
letter
good.
to Fleeska as well, the crew will, if she doesn't fight me in single combat, the crew will see her as a coward.
Fantastic.
Sweet.
I think that's where we'll end this episode of A Dicey Experience. Starting next episode with the journey of a great cooking competition. Thank you everyone for listening. My name is Jason Sketch. These are the fates. And next time, we'll be deadly serious next time. Peace.
Hey.